Dustin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. Like a good target, Brock, Neighbors is there. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Locked down. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. To throw, here's Locke. He's got Bellinger. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. Neighbors with a catch. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Locke to throw it. Escapes the puck. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. It looked like those 6 points were theirs. They were right there on the horizon, but a very disappointing way for that to end, as instead they turn it over down near the goal line.
Yeah, I think the word I'd use here, Kate, is bittersweet, because it wasn't all bad. That opening drive still made it right to the edge of the end zone. A lot to build on here, but man, what a painful way for that drive to end.
Throwing now, following the turnover. His first throw is an interception. That's Bobby Okereke. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
Gano's point after is good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. To return, Jerome Ford. And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They'll take that every time. Great field position to begin this drive.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Back to the air, following the pick 6. Moore's got it. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. To throw, here's Winston. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Winston looking to throw. That's into the hands of Moore. And they get this down to the 28. Offense in the hurry up here. Winston to throw it. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Working quickly here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20 on 2nd down. That one complete to Njoku. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Ready to go with the second quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. Winston now. This throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Offense up to the line fast. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Browns.
Ford goes up and over for the touchdown. The Browns can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead.
Okay.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
This is complete to Neighbors. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. It's the Giants with 3rd and 5. Throwing is Locke. This finds Bellinger. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Locke looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Forced out to his right.
Let's go.
Shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 a multiple highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. Taken in by Bellinger. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
On the move, headed right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. Rolling left, buying some time. Connects on the crosser. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Ford on the return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Winston to the air. Into traffic, complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for a.
Here's Winston. Escapes the pocket. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Second and 10 now. Flush down now to his left. And after all that, he still can't get rid of it. They get there and drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
First throw for the backup now. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Working quickly here.
Just shy of midfield. A gain of 15 yards. Brings up 4th down.
He's back to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Locked down. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
5 men in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. Lock to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. Back to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Lock. Complete out to the right. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth.
GG, baby.
Second and 3 now. From the 27. Has his man, it's Tracy. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Giants will have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Buys time, rolling right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And this one doesn't go far.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A handoff to Tracy. In the middle holes. They don't get anything on the run. No gain for them, and now it'll be second and goal. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Giants down by a touchdown. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal. Here he is to throw. And they take this in for the score. The Giants find a way to tie it late. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
Gano ready to send this away. He'll take this at the 10. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Ford straight ahead. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. Moore's got it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line.
That's good for a.
Back to throw. Able to get it to Moore. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Setting up to pass. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And this one does not go far. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw it. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Now we get a timeout, and with just 2 seconds left, this game has set us up with an incredible ending. So everything comes down to this from Dustin Hopkins. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. From the left hash, 34 yards away. The kick is good. He got it. And he drills the chip shot to win them this game. So to a chorus of bucks from the dog pound, the Browns take the win at home. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.
Ooh, that was a great game. That was Cleveland. That was random. Gotta trust random. Oh, nah. We know you picked the Browns. We're not running back. We're gonna run back the Browns. I can't be running back the Browns. It was random. was random. Running back the Browns on rando.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Going run again with McCaffrey. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now they send their back in motion right. From the gun is Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He lofts it deep left.
It's a catch.
The 10. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. From the red zone now. The back's got it. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
McCaffrey. And he's in for the touchdown. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Starting from the 5. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. To throw. Here's Winston. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he gets him around 6 there. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 36. On the quick slant, it's Njoku. And he'll get it up to the 44. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First down, Browns.
Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at second and pretty short. From the 46. Fits it through the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Offense in the hurry up here.
And the Browns first down.
He'll throw it yet again. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Working quickly here. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast.
At the Niners 2-yard line.
Winston. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns tie and can take the lead here in the second. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Running back sent in motion. Purdy throwing here on first. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers pushing for points. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw again, it's Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down throw by Purdy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They kick the running back in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is incomplete. Took the check down for granted. He's lucky that wasn't picked and taken the other way. 4th down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Browns get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, they had one last gasp to try to make something happen here in the red zone, Brock. Just wasn't there. This defense too locked in, coming up with the interception.
Yeah, it's the work they do on those first 3 downs to get to this 4th down, like a pitcher does, to get to an 0-2 count. They know it's their advantage. And once that offense decides to go for it on 4th down, a good chance they're going to get that stop. And oh, by the way, a few style points and add it to the stat sheet with the INT.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. New set of downs for him at the 38. Looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. A lot of mess on the move here. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So this solid first half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. To return, Jerome Ford. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce into your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Here's Winston. He's got Njoku on the sideline, caught. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Catch made over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third and long for him here. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And this stays a one-score, 8-point game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Let's go.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Juan Thornhill takes it away. And the Browns get the football back at midfield. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the gun, it's Ford. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 2. Connection made to Judy. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Working quickly here. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. Cuts right. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns lead by 15 now. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That finds Ayuk complete. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. First and 10 from the 41. From the gun is Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. And the Browns pick it up.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
A give up the middle to Ford. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like the...
Yeah, you got Jameis Winston. I had looking like the best quarterback in the game. 2 TDs, 200 yards, 76.5 completion percentage. All that twin tight work. That was a dub. All right, so back-to-back randoms, back-to-back Browns dubs. It's 2 of the 5. Random gave us Bengals now, staying in the AFC North. I don't know why, saying why.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Wilson. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Gets this out wide to Pickens. Just a gain of a couple there, and that will bring up second down. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Wilson. That is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Wilson. He's got this to Pickens. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, 52 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Here's 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 9.
Burrow will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's to the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow looking to pass. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 18-yard line.
2nd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, A little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now it's Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw is Wilson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up.
Adios, amigos. 21-6 at the half. That was utter dominance. Coming off of that Browns offense and then running Bengals, it almost felt unfair. I was talking shit too. In my head, I was thinking that Jamar Chase, I was saying to myself, oh, Jamar Chase is better than Justin Jefferson.
Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send 2 teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And off we go from Minneapolis. He's going to field this at the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. And the Vikings get the football back on their own 47-yard line. Oh, baby. This stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock. But that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd. Especially as a quarterback, it's your job to quiet that home crowd. But an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running right, this is Jones. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to get the Vikings the first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10. Here's Jones. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Coming in for the stop was Michael Pierce.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught for the first. He's out of bounds after a nice pickup to the 10. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. They'll run here with Jones. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Offense up to the line fast.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Darnold now to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Complete. Derrick Henry. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10 now. Henry on the catch. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They've got 3rd and 2 to start out. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
This is Henry on 2nd. He breaks a tackle. Crosses the 35, room for more. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Lamar off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Jackson now on third. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL where they come down to a play or two and third downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Lamar throwing again. They connect for the first. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on fourth down. That was impressive. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And again, it's Jackson. Takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast, trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Ty Chandler to return. This return makes it up to the 25. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing here, Darnold. Looking right, and he finds him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. New set of downs for him at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Darnold launches one deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take the lead just before halftime. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 41. Now Darnold. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is brought in at the 15. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Here's Jackson. He'll get this to Henry. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Blitz coming. Lamar gets this to Bateman. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They bring a tight end in motion right. Jackson's going to throw again. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Motioning one of the tight ends. Jackson yet again.
Oh, this guy.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie. And then starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, and the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers. And he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Jackson trying again after the pick. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they face 2nd down. Now Jackson off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, looking deep down the middle.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Third and long for him here. Getting out to his left. He's running for it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings get it back after making their third first-half interception.
Damn, 83%, 2 touchdowns, 172. Look at those numbers. 16, 14, 21-6, 21-6, 28-7. That's a mega handicap. Who was I just playing with? The Vikings. What time is it? What's the videos?
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. This one skips the landing zone, goes all the way over the back line, so the ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Man in motion is Brown. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Man in motion is Brown. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Barkley. Here now, 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. 31 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's Barkley. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. Whoa, and he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
2nd down. Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So after one, 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. The speed on display. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground.
There's so many elements of this play, Mike, that are just so impressive. Not only the ability to break tackles and make guys miss, but then the speed to say, okay, I can make guys miss, but I can also take it to the house. I mean, there's just not a lot of backs in the league that have that combination skill set. And they're fortunate for them. They've got one here, and he makes a big play here for a touchdown.
Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it will wind up being a first down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Sending it downfield for Likely. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Goes on. These are the throws they got to find a way to connect with, those chunk plays. I like the idea of pushing it downfield, but the next time they get an opportunity, they've got to find a way to connect.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. A throw on the move is caught.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Jackson up top again. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. To the air one more time with Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Again, it's Jackson. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Philadelphia. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Elliott now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll run.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 43-yard line.
Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they will get the 1st down here and move it to field goal range inside the 25.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
1st and goal, and it's Henry. Powering forward. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've hit halftime, and it's the visitors, the Eagles, out on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, second half drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. He'll take it in at the goal line. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Pistol formation with Jackson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And this will be incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
And here we have another missed opportunity for an offense that have already had a handful of them throughout this game. And let's be honest, Mike, you just can't afford to overthrow a man that's that open, especially when you're trying to overcome a double-digit deficit in the NFL.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Jackson now. He'll get this out wide. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. A 1st down throw for Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Back to throw, Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again here with Henry. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
On third down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
4th down, Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's taken in by Dotson.